What's up everybody, I'm Abatage, and I'm here to have one shot at the mighty quest for epic loot. This game is by Ubisoft Montreal to be precise, and it's currently in closed beta. However, it just got released onto Steam as well, which it wasn't on previously. And so I thought I'd have another look at it, because I bought into the closed beta a while ago, like months ago, and haven't really played. I played it a little bit, but I haven't really played it much since. So I thought it might be time to have another look, because they've done some updates and everything. I think they're up to patch number 18 or something like that. And seeing as they're going into open beta soon, I thought I'd check it out and see where we're at and have another little look at it. Not really sure what this is up here. But anyway, this is my dude. I am the archer guy. There's my fancy bow. And I've built a castle. As you can see, I'm level 10. Not super high. But basically you can choose from one of three characters. There's this archer dude, there's a warrior guy, and there's a mage of sorts. The game menu, pretty basic. There's a few options, but yeah. I've got it on Ultra because it's not that taxing, really. Yeah. You can change the FPS right up. I don't really care, to be honest. So we'll just leave it at that. I think this is all pretty default anyway. But yeah, this is in closed beta, so there's problems with it, there's different things. One of the major problems that it had when I first started playing was that it was very much pay to win. And that just killed my game. You bastard. And we're back. Sorry about that. I just clicked on the shop icon up here and it killed the whole game and crashed it, and I couldn't get back in. Basically that opens up a browser window where you can spend real money to buy these gems. I haven't actually done any of that, but I got... I think when I bought into the closed beta, it cost maybe 10 bucks or something like that. And you got a whole bunch of gems and gold and that sort of thing. And my coffers are looking pretty empty right now. But this, I have to say, since I just fired it up recently, I updated all the patches, that sort of thing, it's really buggy at the moment. Like, it crashes almost every time I try to do anything. So, apologies if we have to stop and start a few times, but there's not much I can do about it right now. Because it is in beta, and that's the way it goes. Now, the last thing to talk about before we actually have a look at the game is that because I bought it through the Ubisoft Montreal website, the Mighty Quest website, I don't have access to Steam at the moment, and I read something in their forums which basically said, yeah, if you bought into it early, you can't get onto Steam straight away, but they're working on it, and when it goes into open beta, you can transfer all your stuff over, because it uses Uplay, of course, because it's Ubisoft. And as annoying as that is, whatever, that's their system. And so that'll carry over when you go into the Steam version, which will be a free-to-play game, but the early access will cost you some money. So yeah, check the description for links and all that kind of stuff. There'll be a link to the official website, and there'll be a link to the Steam page, and you know, you figure it out yourself. But when I first started playing, there was a lot of, I guess, controversy over the so-called pay-to-win nature of the game, which we'll have a look at in a second. I'm just trying to remember all my things. So if we go to defend here anyway, we'll see my castle. Oh, and there's lots of gold to pick up here. So basically, we'll have a quick little overview first. I think I've got a no, how do I... Can't even... Oh, there we go. It's just a left click. Alright. I'm going to loot that, and we'll loot that. Okay, so basically you have a castle, as you can see here. And in the center of your castle you have the castle heart, which you can upgrade and do things to, which I've got rank 3 at the moment, which is all well and good. It'll cost me about 24,000 of the blue currency, which I can't remember what it is. Life Force, that's right. And gold. So you've got Life Force and gold, which are both currencies that you can use to buy things in your castle and create different things. They have changed this a bit because... yeah, all these things used to be along the side here. So that's interesting. It looks like they've changed some graphics around as well. But you can build these separate things. So here I've got a potion brewery, so I can make health potions and stuff for when I go out and attack things. Architect's office is where I can build different sections of my castle. Blacksmith is obviously weapons and that sort of thing. Hero Trainer is for upgrading your hero, leveling up your hero, that sort of thing. Can I do that now? Level up requires full XP bar. Ah, okay. That's right, I remember now. So when you go and attack castles, you gain XP and that sort of thing. And once you do get to a full XP bar, you can upgrade your character. So then we've got the research lab, which is where you upgrade your minions. And you can see in here, it doesn't look like I've got any to do. Chickens. Haven't seen them before. They're a new one. But yeah, there's a bunch of different minions and things that you can put in your castle to defend it. And there's also traps. And so you can upgrade those. Oh, maybe I should upgrade that. Because I've got a few hamster wheels. Got some rotating columns as well. Let's upgrade that right now. Bam. Cool. And maybe we should upgrade those as well. Do I have any rotating ones? I do, right there. Okay, let's upgrade the rotator. Just because I can. Cool, so now that guy should be a certain level. So yeah, anyway, and then this summoning portal is where you go to summon extra minions and that sort of thing, and you have this defense rating down the bottom here for your castle. So you basically have a point system. So each castle can have up to a certain point, depending on the level that your castle's at. Like mine's at a level 12 right now, and my castle heart is at a rank 3, and there's a few different things that go into determining what defense rating you can have. So and each of these creatures has its own defense rating. Like these guys are defense rating 1, they're 5. So you can mix and match with traps and creatures all throughout your castle to max out this, or not. You don't have to max it out, but obviously if you max it out, you've got the most defense that you possibly could have. And then the Workers' Cavern, this will change how quickly different structures take to build and that sort of thing. So that's the basic back end of it, but the whole point is you have this castle and you want to try and stop attackers getting through it by putting down minions, that sort of thing. So someone will start here and come across the drawbridge and enter the castle, and as they come through they'll pull mobs. So if I click on this, you can see that everything within this white section here will get pulled. So all these little snotter dudes, this guy down here who's a real bastard, he's a bone puppeteer, he basically resurrects people. But you can also reset or set their abilities and that sort of thing. So this one will either create a battle frenzy, heal wounded creatures, or resurrect fallen creatures. And that's why that dude's a real pain in the ass. But anyway. So you can see over here, this guy, because they're all connected into the same group, it'll pull all these dudes as soon as you get close enough. And you can see here, defense 14 of 20, so you can only have a certain number of dudes. This one's 20 of 20. So again, you can only have a certain range and number of dudes all in one zone, so you have to kind of keep the zones separate, so it forces you to spread out a little and do that sort of thing. And you've also got your traps, which have their own range and that sort of stuff. And then you've got the actual rooms of your castle as well, so I don't want to break anything, but can I pick that up? I don't know if I can pick that one up. Down here, move an item. Yeah, so you can pick up different sections of your castle and lay it out differently, however you want. So I can pop that over there, and then whoever comes to attack my castle will start there and have to work their way through. But I've popped it there because you're on a timer when you attack another castle. So if you come through here and let's say off chance they head up this way, then they're going to be wasting time by heading up this way and possibly running all the way around here, when really they should have just turned right and come through. So that's why I've put that there, because it has more chance of slowing people down. And same with like here, like I've put enemies, some minion dudes over this way as well, because it kind of, when you're down at this level attacking, you can't really see which way is the right way to go. So if you see an enemy up here, because chances are a lot of people only put enemies along the route that you're going to have to take. But I like putting them here and that sort of thing, because then there's a chance that someone will see that enemy and go, oh, it must be that way, and run up here and waste some time and then have to come back again. And down here, I've got this big dude who's a big Cyclops, and this guy who's a real bastard. He's Dr. Skull. He will res the shit out of everybody. And he's actually a very good example of one of the things that really annoyed me about this game when I first played it, was the community kind of... Well, a small section of the community. Most of the community was good, but a small section of the community who play it, because it is a multiplayer game, but a small section would get really annoyed by people using different exploits and that sort of thing to basically have a better castle. And my castle is a very good example of some of the exploits. Because I have a south-facing castle, meaning when you come in you have to head down, which is a little bit harder to navigate because you can't see as much of what's in front of you when you go down, and you can't see as much of how it's laid out as you go through, so that makes it a little bit harder. I've got Dr. Skull, who, at least when I first played it, he was very OP and just would cane everybody that came near him. Like, even me attacking, I find it really hard to fight Dr. Skull and all that kind of thing. And because he just is a bastard, he'll just raise everything over and over and over again, and it doesn't really matter. He's just OP, or at least he was OP, so people would get up in arms about that happening as well. Oh, over here we can see that I've got some gold mines and stuff for currency that are all popping, which is nice. But yeah, so there was a few exploits like that, and people, when you play through, you can leave comments and that sort of thing. And I had a few people kind of leave me abusive comments and that sort of stuff because of how my castle was laid out, because it was too difficult and I was apparently using exploits and stuff, but I didn't even know about them until they said that, and then I went and researched it a bit. But that kind of vibe just kind of killed the thing for me. It was like, I don't want to take part in this kind of shitty community. So anyway, maybe it'll be different these days. I haven't kept up with it. So yeah, that's the defending side of it. And I have a couple of upgrades here as well. I can upgrade my portal, which will mean I can bring more monsters in. That'll cost me 6,000 gold. And also unlock a few different minions. Or I can upgrade my architect's office, which is going to cost me more than I have, but that will give me an extra room. And I kind of want that before I want extra minions. Because I've kind of filled up my castle at the moment on minions. So I might save up for that. Basically how it works is you've got your stores here. So gold storage and life force storage, and that's my currency up the top left. So I've got a max of 12,500 gold and a max of 21,500 life storage. Because life storage is rank 5 and gold is rank 4. How much would it cost me? 6,000 to upgrade the gold storage, which I reckon I'll do anyway. Just because. And basically over time, as you mine stuff through these mines up here, and as you attack other castles and that sort of thing, you'll collect gold and it'll go into your storage, and you can only have a max of whatever your limit is at any one time. And basically when people come and attack your castle, if they win, if they get through, they will steal some of that gold. So let's have a look at this battle log, which will give me a history of recent stuff that's happened with my castle. And you can see that you get awarded crowns and stars when you attack or defend a castle. And currently up here I've got 38 crowns, probably because I haven't been here for ages. And so I haven't done anything, I haven't lost any crowns from attacking and that sort of thing. But let's replay this dude's attack, which was 2 days ago. And it will show you how it works as the castle being defended. So this is my castle.
Get ready for a pain hammering.
And you'll see he'll come through and he'll pull this first mob. And as you're attacking, you have different abilities and stuff. Like you can see here his attack bar. Kind of like in an MMO or that sort of thing, you've got your different activatable abilities. And you've got your normal attacks and that sort of thing. And you've got a limited health pool and mana points as well. So at the moment he's getting a little bit owned by that first group of mobs. And he's going to go up to the top, which is good. Good for me, because that'll waste some time. Because this isn't the way to go, buddy. And you can see up the top here, he's got 4 minutes 42 to complete my castle. And that number, I think, is based on an average amount of time that it takes for people to get through your castle. So he's wasting a bunch of time going around this way. And he's probably getting annoyed. There's some traps which will slow you down if you get caught in them. And if you really wanted to, you could bypass all of that if you're attacking my castle, because you can just go straight through. But he's got this big Cyclops dude to deal with. He's a bit of a tough dude. And you can see each enemy drops gold and life force and a bit of health and that sort of thing. These guys can really be bastards because they throw down shields. And this is also a good way to look at how the knight functions, because I'll go and attack a castle later to show you. And because my guy's ranged, he's a lot different. And he plays a lot differently as well. It looks like he's going to take the bait and go up north again, which is pretty cool. That's what I like to see. He's got through half his time now. Yeah, these guys are so annoying with the shields that they pop up. So he's going, oh crap, I went the wrong way again. And he's coming back around here and he's almost at the main treasure room that you have to defeat. So I've got lots of little dudes here, and part of the reason of having lots of little dudes is because these guys who res guys, they'll res per minion. So if you've got a big minion, they'll still res just one from the big minion. If there's lots of little dudes around, they'll res all those little dudes, and yeah, they're a real freaking pain in the ass. So he's got through that, and now he's got the big boss, who is Mr. OP himself, and he's going to cruise up here and res a whole bunch of dudes.
Oh God! Ah! Oh, my tummy hurts.
So he's resing these guys like there's no tomorrow, and turns out that was too much for him, but he resurrected anyway to try and finish the castle. You can see my dude over here, he's just happily sitting there rezzing everyone. Just going nuts on the resurrections. That's why he's so OP, because all these big dudes here are just a pain in the ass when you have to fight them all. And look, he's struggling. And so you have to defeat all the minions before you can get through into the treasure room. So at the moment it looks like he hasn't defeated everybody because he can't get through. Oh, and he just ran out of time, and that's why the cages came down onto my treasure, so he couldn't get anything from that. So that's a good example of that, but that's all the defense side of stuff, or at least most of it anyway. So you've got to, you know, manage your castle and build it and defend it and do all that sort of stuff. And if you defend it well, you won't get your gold stolen and that sort of thing. But if people do beat it within the time limit, they'll get to steal some of your gold that's in your reserves. And if you get beaten too many times in a row, your castle will get put on lockdown, so that if anyone does fight it, they won't be able to get anything out of it anyway. So you don't get abused, basically, you don't get all your stuff taken all the time. So let's look at attack. So this is the attacking kind of interface, I guess. So here's my dude. He's level 10. He's got a groovy glowing bow. And he's picking his nose or something. So it randomly populates this with other people's castles. And it'll show you what level they're at. And basically how high they are in the sky is what level they're at. And you can see this guy's got a shield on because he's obviously been attacked too many times. So yeah, you can see this castle's shielded, which means that, yeah, he's been attacked too many times lately, so his thing has been blocked off. Same with this person. And these are all real people, these blue ones. The green ones, however, are AI. So they're AI castles which have been set up, and there's always a boss in each region. So that's a level 14 boss that I am not going to be able to take at level 10. So we won't be even trying that. We might try this one. But, yeah. Let's have a quick look at the region map, because this is where I've gone so far. There's obviously different regions with different level caps. So I'm in region 10 to 14 because I'm a level 10 fighter. And you start at 1 to 4, you go to 5 to 9, blah blah blah. There's the friend zone where it'll show you just your people on your friends list. And there's competitions, which is, let's have a look at that, because that changes fairly often and will let you gain experience and stuff. And it's kind of like a leaderboard in a way, I guess. There's not a lot going on at the moment. So 31, way too above me. 15 is way too above me. 22, and if I did this, I'd just cream through it. Let's do it anyway. So this one, you're competing for time, and it changes every few days and that sort of thing. So it's quite a nice little system, because if you get sick of just fighting other people's castles all the time, you can actually just do this. Now I've got to try and remember how this works. Okay, so I left click for a regular attack, and a right click for this attack that's on the right click. Then I can also press the numbers for different other abilities. And I'm just holding left click. This is very kind of, you know, torchlighty style Diablo kind of deal.
You guys are pathetic.
So I've already have not beaten the 18-second time to beat. But this is more of kind of an example run, I guess. And you pick up loot as well as you go through. So I've just found a copper ring, and you can equip these sorts of things onto your character. Let's get these guys. Oh, there's a big snotter. But these are all fairly low levels, so we can just go straight in there. And no dramas. So yeah, that's the competition setup. I mean, it doesn't really help if there's not anything around your level, but that's what the deal is. So let's go over here. Let's try one a little bit harder, which will be this good doggy one. Okay, so this is another AI castle, which is set up to do things, and they're usually set up alright. Like, the AI castles are not too bad. They're not necessarily the greatest thing in the world, but they're not too bad. And it also depends on level of your gear and your character and that sort of thing. And I keep forgetting I've got this little bird companion as well who can attack dudes. And he's on that first. Where is... ah. I thought there was still a guy around. But we can sidestep those guys. With a lot of stuff, it can be a good idea to just sidestep as many enemies as you can. Let's send my bird out. No, that didn't work. Okay, there's not a lot that way. Maybe it's up this way. See, part of the fun of this is figuring out, you know, the castle layout, because it's different every time, depending on, well, it's different between every castle. Like, there's a set of rooms that you have to use, so there'll always be a set of room layouts that don't change. But it's the configuration of those layouts that make it interesting and make it difficult. Oh, I need to heal. I forgot about the whole healing thing there for a second. Okay, let's keep going. I think I might have got turned around here a bit. Let's get rid of them nice and quickly. Oops. Oh, there's the dogs. Okay. That's why it's called Good Doggy. Bam. So I haven't seen those dogs before, but it looks like we got through it. So because we got through within the time limit, we can then pick up this gold and life force and take that with us as we leave. Which is pretty cool. And so I got 3 stars for that, mainly because I didn't die and I was under the time limit, so that helped. I got XP for my character, and I'll rate that, and I get 50 gold for rating it.
Thanks for the bankroll.
Beautiful. So, that was that one, and if we look at it more closely, we'll see it's got a defense rating of 117. If you remember, my castle is 155 defense rating, so keep that in mind when we go into someone else's. So that's 133 of 135, so that could be not too bad, which is probably why it's shielded at the moment and been attacked a lot. Again, this 133, 135 of 155. It's defeated a lot of heroes. 6 traps, average duration. Let's just jump in and give that a go. So this is someone else's castle. And this is made by a human being, which is nice. And he's got a few interesting dudes here and there by the looks of it. Get rid of these guys. We'll use my super headshot to get him down. No, that was a bad move. I didn't mean to do that. And we'll cruise through here. Let's go this way. Looks promising. Oh, there's a bloody res dude up here. Okay, so we'll get rid of them first. Pop a heal. Come back here. Yeah, you gotta kill those assholes really quickly. Oh, there's another one over here. Yeah. Hate those guys.
Who's next?
Bam. Okay, got them. Where's the time limit? Am I running out of time? Fucking chickens. Maybe I've already run out of time.
Don't mind if I do.
Cool, got him. Let's continue on. Bloody chicken. Now there's some res dudes up. Oh, there's a shitload of them. Let's get rid of these guys. Oh god, there's heaps of them.
Time for a tactical.
That's not cool. I've run out of health potions. Oh man. Heal me. Let's get rid of these bastards. Then it should be alright. Let's get the bird out. See, when you don't have them resurrecting dudes, it actually isn't too difficult. Let's just collect up that stuff. Oh shit. It's one of these guys. Oh, I'm so gonna die here.
All you got.
Yep, this dude's gonna kill me. Oh well, yeah, I can't do that. That was good though, it was tough but not too tough. I feel like I just should have had some more healing potions and that sort of thing on me, so I'll give him a good rating. Ugh. So you can see I lost some crowns there because that was part of the risk of going in there. Let's have a look quickly at skills. So skills, as you can see down here, these are different skills that I have. So at the moment I've got a piercing shot, a headshot, caltrops to slow stuff down, and a hawk sentry. So my hawk companion has upgradable skills. I've got different control skills and that sort of thing. So you can upgrade and expand your skill set quite well
Another successful job.
through that sort of thing. Got different objectives, so when you're ready, defeat Dur's Castle. And that's more all for single player stuff. So we won't worry about too much about that. Hero Trainer, that's what we looked at before. There's one that I want to find. How do I equip my dude? Inventory. Yeah, that's it. So this is the thing. Here we can buy stuff from the blacksmith. And there's weapons, armor, jewels, that sort of stuff. And you can also sell stuff that you've collected. So at the moment I picked up this amulet, but I've already got one that's 45 magical armor.
Like the better man won.
No, that is 45 magical armor. So this one's 20 magical armor. So it's good. It shows you I'll be plus 25 armor, minus 10 mana, minus 44 health, and minus 4% loot quality. And it doesn't look like I've got anything else because you can see in the if equipped thing, it's all red, so it's not giving me anything worth bothering about. But yeah, you can see these orange ones are ones that I've bought, I think, from memory. And so they're a little bit better than the rest. And my double jeopardy archer thing is pretty good. Like, I haven't been able to pick up anything that's as good as that.
Thanks.
And you can obviously, there is a bit of, you know, microtransaction stuff, because these green gems are you can pay for with real money, and I hate that shit. But you know, it's not too bad. Like, I don't feel like it's going to kill me or anything. So let's sell that off. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, it looks like, yeah, we got something to collect. Cool. And yeah, that's the mighty quest for epic loot. As you can see, there's, yeah, quite a bit to it. It's not bad. Like there's a fair bit of strategy and stuff that you can put into it. It's kind of a bit annoying because it's very much based on the level of your character versus the level of their castle. As in, you know, if I look at this, like I struggled with that one I just did, which I think might have been this one. It might have been. It's the same. I think it was this one. No, because it hasn't got stars on it. Well, it looks like it's changed them now. Okay, well anyway. If you're level 10, it's really hard to go kind of above your level. Like, this 175 defense rating would just murder me. Like, I wouldn't have a chance at that. And like, even this 112 could be pushing it, but it's AI, so it's probably not too bad. But for the, you know, other player-made castles, like 135 is pushing it as well. And that's, I guess, for me, that's the biggest problem with this game, is that its balance seems a bit weird, because you feel like as a level 10 you'd be able to do well with level 10 castles, but it doesn't really work out that way. I mean, I've got pretty good gear on my guy, like it's above average. It's not stock standard and it's not all pickups, it's stuff that I've bought using in-game currency that I've collected, like the gold and that sort of stuff. And even with all that wicked gear, I can't... Well, you saw the last one I didn't do very well at. I almost made it, but if I had a few more healing potions I might have made it, but I didn't. So yeah, things like 135 and above are quite difficult for my dude, but even though that's the same level, because the next level up is basically the next level up, like 150 and up. And I guess that's my biggest problem with the game, and that's why I stopped playing it ages ago, and why I probably won't play it much now anyway. Because at the end of the day, it's a bit kind of shit in that sense. Like, you end up having to go back here to, say, find some level 9 castles, which are a level below you, because then you might actually have a chance. See, that's 135 like in the previous one on level 10. But I might actually have a chance of beating some of these castles because they're a lower level and they feel a bit more doable. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just crap at this game, you know, and I'm well aware that sometimes I'm very crap at a lot of games. But I just feel like there's not enough variance between the levels. Like within level 10, sure, I have the hard level 10 ones, but there never seems to be any easier level 10 ones or anything like that, because of course everyone just maxes out their defense rating with every castle. I mean, that's what I've done. My castle's level 12 and I've got it maxed out on 155, which I could actually upgrade and do more if I had the resources, but I don't, so I haven't. But, you know, I guess that's just the way it rolls, and that's the part of the game. But it's the kind of game that I'll dip into every now and then and have a little play and have an update and maybe see what's new and what new minions are around and that sort of thing. But it's not something I'll get on every single day and, you know, play for hours or really care about very often. And that's a shame, I think, because there's a lot of really good potential here. But, you know, that's just the way it goes, and that's me, and that's how I feel. But yeah, I mean, it's free to play, so go check it out. It's not going to cost you anything. It'll cost you to get into early access and into a closed beta, but the open beta is coming up soon, so you should be able to get into that, no worries. And yeah, that's my shot on Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I hope you found it interesting, and check the description for links and all that to see more info about the game and find out more about what's going on with the beta and that sort of thing if you want. And yeah, I'm pretty much done with this episode, so thank you for watching. That'll be it. Bye!